Alrighty guys, we are going to go ahead and get the show on the road. Welcome back to another video right here on my Twitch live streaming channel, DZPalomino. You guys watch me on Twitch. This is pretty much the early access before it becomes available as a rerun on my YouTube channel. You guys watching the rerun, welcome back to, I think, playlist episode number 13 now. Woo! Where we are getting back to playing The Chase. Alrighty folks. Now, couple updates from this particular game as we get back into it. Now we're pretty much, before we even start the cash builder, now we're gonna jump into the what's called the one question shootout, kind of like a warm-up round before we actually get into the game. And in between live stream, fellas, while I was pretty much trying to get all the upgrades just out of the way so that way we can just go ahead and play, we have unlocked a new chaser, that is the shark. Alrighty fellas, let's see what challenges will be adjusted accordingly and knock out those trivias. Keep on playing and get as much as you can. You know, we get more probably more money here than any other game show. Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Family Feud. Alright, with that being said, folks, if you guys want to support, you can support at the bottom of your screen, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, or if you want to utilize the sponsor at the top of the screen, the Ember app, with the invitation code will give you a boost. You guys have been watching the network for a while now, you know what to do. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? Okay, quick recap for those who happen to be watching in this particular video, this particular episode in the middle of the playlist. This particular episode, we are changing it up a bit. We're going to do a couple rounds of the one question shootout, a couple rounds of cash builder, a couple rounds of the chase, and one final round of the final chase, depending on where things go. With that being said, folks, let's go ahead and get the show on the road, shall we? Now we're going to go with the Dart Destroyer royalty question. Let's do it. Okay. In 1843, the company Garrett & Co. was given what appointment by Queen Victoria? Crown Jewelers. Correct. Nice. Next up, the Smiling Assassin with an art question. The artist J.M.W. Turner specialized in what type of painting? I'm going to say portrait. Incorrect. Dang it. Alright. Attempt number 1, cash builder. Let's go, fellas. Which of these is not a chemical element? Tedium. Which of these is an agency of the United Nations? The WHO? Yes. Which of these is the name of an international sprinter? German carpenter. No, English gardener. Which of these is a traditional term for a womanizer? Don Quixote? No, Don Juan. Which of these Chinese dishes is a type of dumpling? Dim sum. Yes. Which of these are consecutive prime numbers? 6 and 7. No, 2 and 3. Which of these is the name of a 10th century Danish king? Herod. No, Warm the Old. Which of these words describe a sardonic smile? Big. No, bitter. Alright. Alright, currently at 30k, fellas. Let's move on to the attempt number 2, cash builder. Alright, 1 minute. Which of these is a well-known manufacturer of computers? Dell. Finland has over 20 Olympic medals in which of these events? Javelin. Which of these is a novel by Elmore Leonard? Cuba Libre. Which of these was a pouch attached to a man's breeches? I don't know. Codpiece. Oh, okay. Which of these is a slang term for a US dollar? Buck. Which of these is not the correct title of a Brad Pitt film? Curious Case of Benjamin Button. No, 12 Years in Tibet. Okay. In geometry, which of these angles is the greatest? Obtuse. No, reflex. Which of these is the nickname of the sea? Zeus's domain. Actually, no, it's not. It's Poseidon. What color do the Houston Astros play in? Blue and white. Nope. Throw an answer. All right. Much better. 50K. Alrighty, guys. We move on to the chase. Now, who do we have? Oh, yes. Has to be the shark. Alright. Well, we've got to make this interesting, fellas. Let's go after the shark. Starting offer is 1.5 million. Low offer is 400K. High offer is 14 million bucks. So far in every playlist episode, fellas, every time I hit the 14 million bucks, I lose every time. I don't think I've won. I think there was like 2 or 3 times ever that I got 14 million and lost every time. But will this be much different with the shark? Let's do it. 14 million bucks, folks. The animated TV series The Clone Wars is a spin-off from what film series? Star Wars. Okay. And the chaser got it correct. A character from Irish folklore, Stingy Jack, is most associated with what time of year? Stingy Jack, I believe... That's Christmas? No, it's Halloween. Wow, shame on me. Chaser got it correct. Oh boy, I'm ready to use my advantages here. But I only get a maximum of 3. An Unfettered Mind is a subtitle of a biography of which scientist? Oh man, Stephen Hawking. Yes, that's correct. Okay, the chaser got it correct. The 5 pillars are the fundamental practices of which religion? Oh, the 5 pillars? I would think it's Islam. It is Islam. Okay. Okay, chaser got it correct. Cool. The governor of what U.S. state gave Colonel Harlan D. Sanders his honorary title? Kentucky. Okay, I was suspicious that was going to be a trick question. All right. Chaser got it correct. Which Friends star played Michael J. Fox's girlfriend in Family Ties? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's Jennifer Aniston. No, it's not. It's Courtney Cox. Wow, and the chaser got it incorrect as well. Additional contractual demands from a touring musician are known as what? Riders. Nice. Alright, this is it for the 14 mil in 2021. Who was both the richest person in the world and Time Magazine Person of the Year? Oh, Elon Musk? Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Alright. $14 million in the pot, fellas. Well, got the shark. But will I hold on to it in the final chase? Let's go. Alrighty, fellas, for the $14 million, will I finally win and hold on? Extra head start? Let's do it. Okay. 2 minutes. What word refers to a very young cat? Kitten. Which of these musical notes is the sample pitch as A flat? Sample? A natural? No, G sharp. Which racket sport is derived from the Indian game Pona? Squash. No, badminton. A harpoon boat was normally used to hunt what animals? Ooh, whales. Which of these means the opposite to permanent? Temporary. How can muggy weather also be described? Humid. Which actors' middle names are Nathaniel Twiston? Okay, Ralph Fiennes. Too much time. Which of these sportsmen named all 5 of his sons George? Foreman? Yes. What is the name of the Billboard album chart? Billboard album 100. No, it's 200. Which of these is the main ingredient of Cumberland pie? Meat. Which of these is a real medical condition? Put something in there. Okay, cryptic tonsils, okay. Which of these terms describe the UK's political system? Constitutional monarchy. Which of these sports uses the smallest balls? Pool. Yes. Which of these singing voices is the highest? Alto. Which of these is the nickname of a distant galaxy? Baby Boom. Ships are tied up to the quayside by ropes secured to what? Boat hooks. No, bollards. Which of these colors does not appear on the German flag? Blue. Which of these is a type of Moroccan leather slipper? Babushka. No, Babouk. Which actor plays Big Daddy in the film Kick-Ass? Nicolas Cage. Put an answer. Ran short on time. Hey, that's pretty good. I think that's the best I've had so far. 15 questions correct. 2 minutes for the chaser. Who is Trump's VP from 2017 to 2021? Pence. Open cast and deep level are types of what? Excavation. Mines. What is Britney Spears' middle name? Jean. Catch It was the tagline of what hit film of the 1970s? The Chaser is Past. Ooh. The Godfather. No, Saturday Night Fever. Gosh, 14 mil. I gotta make it work. Let's buy a pushback. I can't hold out forever. In exercise with weights, rep is an abbreviation of what? Repetition. What is England's largest historic county? Yorkshire. What spice is represented on the national flag of Grenada? Paprika. That is incorrect. Turmeric. Nutmeg. I'll buy one. Kate Bush's first hit was based on a novel by which writer? Emily Bronte. What type of medical professional is an orthodontist? Dentist. In the TV comedy Friends, what was Chandler's surname? Bing. Who was the Roman goddess of the arts and war? Ooh, the chaser is past. Minerva. Yes, that is correct. What does copious mean? Pass. The chaser is also passed on this one. 2 in a row. You don't see that a lot. Few. Many. Gotta hold on to it, fellas. But I'm not gonna have enough gold to go around. In the game of Snap, how many consecutive cards must match? 2. In banking, the term APR represents what time period? In banking. Year. Yes. A as in annual. That much I wouldn't think. What is the proprietary name for Teflon? Who is the alter ego of DC Comics Catwoman? Diana Prince. That is incorrect. Alter ego of DC Comics Catwoman. I actually don't know this one. Barbara Gordon. No. Selena Kyle. Keep going. The Rubbles lived next door to which TV family? The Flintstones. What Italian city is said to be the birthplace of pizza? Naples. The musical Once is set in which European capital? European capital, Athens. That is incorrect. Brussels. No, it's Dublin. Going to start speeding up in just those last 30 seconds, fellas. What name is given to the grub of the crane fly? Leather jacket. In 47 BC, which Egyptian queen gave birth to Ptolemy Caesar? Cleopatra. In Roman homes, an atrium was what? Central court. In 2012 film is set at the Exclusive Village in Florida. Magic Mike. The Titanic was launched by which shipping company? White Star. Who is Dora Raglan's most famous offspring? Meghan Markle. Courseware is computer software used in what activity? Education. What was the first James Bond film to win an Oscar? Goldfinger. Leonardo Lewis topped the U.S. chart in 2008 with what song? Bleeding Love. Woo! I finally did it, fellas. $14 million. Oh, that is unreal. I don't believe it, fellas. I think out of all the playlist episodes, this is probably the best performance yet. $14 million. Well, with that being said, folks, I'm your host, DZPalomino, and I'll see you guys in the next game show.